Hello students, today I'm starting new chapter MySQL. Before we start practicals, we need to understand relational databases. So this is video number 1 in which I will explain you many concepts related to relational databases. So here I begin. The first concept is data. So what is data? First we need to understand what is data. Data are the collection of raw facts and figures, and raw facts and figures can be stored in the form of text, number, graph, figures, images, audio, video, etc. For example, marks of 40 students or record of 20 patients. So all this information is called data, and once the data is stored somewhere and need some process, the processed data, the result of the data after processing is called information. Information is basically knowledge which is processed data and written in a meaningful manner. Next concept is databases. Now what is database? Database is a container which contain data. For example, if I store some data in the form of a table is rows and columns. The tabular form data is called database. We can store data in computer, or it can be a manual system also. In old system, in the form of registers, in the form of notebooks, we can keep record of data. That is also database. But database in a well organized manner, in which searching is very easy, in which redundancy, inconsistency, many bugs are removed, that database is computerized databases. Now all these things how can we do? See, database management system. So there are many softwares like Oracle, MySQL, Microsoft Access, Microsoft Server 2000. Many softwares are there. All these softwares are in the category of database management system, which can which can be used to create new databases, which are used to edit or delete the existing databases. And later on, these softwares are very helpful to store data, to retrieve and search data, to manage the databases on the later end. Next thing is definition. So once you are clear with the database, what is the definition of database? That must be clear to you. A database system is basically a computerized based record keeping system. It is a collection of interrelated data, means data should be interrelated with one another. For example, if I am going to store data of all the students in one table, and data of all the teachers in another table, and data of all the classrooms in third table, and say data of all the buses in fourth table, and all these four tables are used for a school database. So all these information is interrelated. Interrelated means they all are about school. So this is a part of database management system. This is a part of one single database. But if we talk about a table of patient, a table of teachers, and a table of buses, now these things are not related to one another. That's why interrelated data can be stored in one single databases. If data is not interrelated, then we can store it in two different databases. Next is purpose of database management system. What is the purpose? It is basically, I want to store data for a long period of time. I want to save my data for natural disasters, natural damage. Organized for quick search. Accuracy means if I am going to store something wrong, or by mistake I have done some spelling mistake, then my system should tell me that this is not the correct data. There should be some domain, that values are coming from this domain, and there should be some checking also. Private and protected data means if I'm going to store some data, some part of the data is useful for a clerk, other part of the same database is useful for a teacher, third part of information is useful for a bus driver or class teacher. So different databases, different part of the same databases are useful for different users. This is private and protection of the data from unauthorized users. Now some more purpose of the databases: must not be damaged. I already told you it should be saved from natural disasters also. For different users, only relevant data is required. I have given you example. Clerk need some data, teacher needs some data, principal needs some data. So database management system should provide authentication. Authorized person should view the data. Whatever is required, not the complete data is visible to anyone. Moreover, no data redundancy should be there, means repetition of data should not be there. No data inconsistency. Inconsistency means if there is a class teacher, he has kept record of roll number 1 as Amit, and there is another table, say it is hostel warden table, in which roll number 1 is suppose Ajay, then consistency is not there. In class, roll number 1 is someone else. In hostel, roll number 1 is someone else. So in this way, we cannot say that consistent data is there in the database. Moreover, standardization of data is very important, because in corporates, employees may change. If one employee who is responsible for the salary of the whole staff will change after 2 months or maybe 1 year, then who will be the responsible? The new employee will be responsible for that. If data is stored in a standardized manner, then any new employee can understand it very easily. Data should be secure, it should be correct data, etc. So there are many purposes that we will discuss it later. Let's continue. Relational database management system. Now, up to now I was telling you database management system. Now what is the meaning of this relational? Relational means if data is stored in the form of tables. Table is called a relation, where columns and rows, column is called attribute and rows are called record of the entity, of the student, of the patient, or any entity it can be. Some important term of RDBMS. Now here I'm explaining you one by one what are those important terms. See, this is a table. I told you that table is called relation. Roll number, name, class, fees, all these are attributes. You can say it is column. Now, roll number 1, Ajay, 9th and to 12,000. This is a record. I'll say it is a row or tuple. Let me explain you one by one. This is a relation. Table is called relation. These are columns or attributes, or also called field. Next is, this is a row. Row is also called tuple, record, or relationship. Next, data. Each and every cell in this table contains some data. Now, data types in row is different. I'm taking example of roll number 3. Roll number 3. 3 is integer. Anurag is a string. Class 10th. 10th is again number. 13,000. Again, it can be a float. So in one row, data types are different. But in column, say roll number column 1, 2, 3, 4, all these are numbers. Name, Ajay, Sumit, Anurag, Divya, all these are strings. Class means in the column, all the data types are same, but in a row, data types are different. Now, depending upon the size of table, there are two things. One is degree and second is cardinality. Let's see what is degree and cardinality. Degree of a relation is number of attributes and cardinality is number of tuples in the relation. So here in this table, I'm telling you degree is 4 and cardinality is 6. Let's continue. Now, in this video, we have done RDBMS basics. In the coming video, I'll explain you RDBMS structure. So, on the basis of this video, that is part 1, you can see the basics of RDBMS. And in the next video, you will learn the structure of RDBMS. Thank you.